So, you want to learn how to make a mouth-watering chocolate cake that will blow everyone's mind? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, I'm going to share with you my top secret recipe for the most irresistible chocolate cake you'll ever taste. First things first, let's gather our ingredients. For this heavenly creation, you'll need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 3/4 cups of granulated sugar, 3/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 large eggs, 1 cup of whole milk, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1 cup of boiling water, and, of course, 2 cups of pure chocolate bliss in the form of chocolate chips. Now that we have all of our ingredients ready, it's time to get down to business. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius, and prepare 2 9-inch round cake pans by greasing them and lining the bottoms with parchment paper. This will ensure that your cake doesn't stick and that you'll have beautiful layers. First step, in a large mixing bowl, combine the flour, sugar, cocoa powder, baking soda, and salt. Give it a good whisk to make sure all the dry ingredients are well mixed. This step is crucial to ensure even distribution of all those lovely flavors. Next, it's time to add the wet ingredients. Crack the eggs into a separate bowl and lightly beat them before adding them to the dry mixture. Then, pour in the milk, vegetable oil, and vanilla extract. Mix everything together until it forms a smooth batter. This is where the magic starts to happen. Now, here comes the secret ingredient that will take your chocolate cake to a whole new level of decadence. Carefully pour in the boiling water, and gently whisk everything together. The batter will become quite thin, but don't worry, that's perfectly normal. This step helps to create a moist and luscious texture that will make your taste buds dance with joy. Once your batter is ready, it's time to stir in those chocolate chips we've been eagerly waiting for. Fold them gently into the batter, making sure they are evenly dispersed throughout. This will give you little bursts of chocolate goodness in every bite. Now, divide the batter equally between the 2 prepared cake pans. Make sure to tap the pans gently on the counter to release any air bubbles that may have formed. You want your cake to be as lovely and smooth as possible. Place the cake pans in the preheated oven and let the magic happen for approximately 30 to 35 minutes. To check if your cake is ready, insert a toothpick into the center of each cake. If it comes out clean, that's a sign that your cake is perfectly baked and ready for the next step. Remove the cakes from the oven and let them cool in their pans for about 10 minutes. Then, carefully run a knife around the edges of the pans to loosen the cakes. Turn them out onto a wire rack and gently peel off the parchment paper. Let the cakes cool completely before moving on. While your cakes cool, it's time to whip up the star of the show, the chocolate frosting. For this, you'll need 1 1/2 cups of unsalted butter, softened, 1 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 5 cups of powdered sugar, 1/2 cup of whole milk, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. In a large bowl, cream the softened butter until it's light and fluffy. This will give your frosting a velvety texture that's to die for. Once the butter is ready, gradually add in the cocoa powder, powdered sugar, milk, and vanilla extract. Now, here's where you need to exercise a bit of patience. Beat the frosting mixture on low speed until everything is well combined. Once combined, increase the speed to medium-high and beat for another 2 to 3 minutes until the frosting becomes fluffy and smooth. Trust me, this step is totally worth the effort. Now that your cake layers have completely cooled down and your frosting is ready to go, it's time to assemble this beauty. Place 1 cake layer on a serving plate and generously spread a layer of that divine chocolate frosting on top. Be as generous as you please because, let's be honest, who doesn't love a cake with loads of frosting? Then, gently place the 2nd cake layer on top, making sure it's aligned perfectly. Now, it's time to lock in all that chocolatey goodness by frosting the sides and the top of the cake with your remaining frosting. Use a spatula to create those beautiful swirls and peaks that will make your cake look absolutely irresistible. And there you have it. Your masterpiece is complete, ready to be dev.